This is going to be the most detailed tutorial on how to cut a vintage camp collar shirt. As you can see, it's going to be a step-by-step tutorial. So I'm going to show you how to cut it, and don't worry, the sewing also is coming. This is a complete video. This is going to be a part 1 on the cutting, so you have to pay close attention. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to mark my horizontal line. I'm going to mark a straight line that I'm going to be able to follow in order to get my full length. So firstly, I'm going to mark my measurement here. Just take your straight length here. You can see that. You can see, just have your straight length. And after that, I'm going to measure my length measurement. That's the height of the trouser. Here, I'll be using a total length of 30 inches. 30 inches. And after sewing and the folding, I'll be having a total length of 28 inches. It's a shirt, so it doesn't have to be too long. The total length after joining the shoulder and folding the hem, I'll have 28 to 28.5 inches at the end of the day. So I'll mark my length. So once I mark my length, you can see what I'm doing here. Pay close attention. You're seeing that? After I mark my length, then I'm going to simply fold in 4.5 inches. Let me cut the down part so you can see it clearly. I'll cut this down part. So you know vintage shirts always have a camp collar, that folded part of the collar that is flattened to the chest, right? That is what we are going to do here. And that is what most people do not understand. So pay attention. This what I'm folding in here is 4.5 inches. And the measurement I'm using in this outfit is medium. Don't forget, if you are in our class, you know the universal measurements: small, medium, large, extra, and extra large. You get that? So I'm using medium. Even if you're sewing large, you're folding 4.5 inches. So I'm going to fold 4.5 inches, just like that, you can see. And you know that I'm cutting the fabric in double. So I'm having 2 front panel. So if you want to cut also, we're cutting 2 back panel. So after folding that, the next thing now is to slant my shoulder. I'm going to extend the length on top of the one that we just folded now. You see that? I'm doing it step by step so that you are going to understand it clearly. You see that? So I'm going to apply my shoulder measurement here. My shoulder is 18 divided by 2, 19 divided by 2. I'll apply it here. And I'll slant the shoulder by 4 inches. You can see 9.5 is my shoulder. That's 18. That's 19, sorry. And I slant the shoulder by 4 inches, and I'm going to connect it from the tip of the neck all the way to the armhole area. You see that? See what I have? From where my armhole is, where my shoulder is, I'm going to make a straight line there. I believe you can see what I'm doing. So after that, I'm going to measure my armhole. My armhole also is my shoulder divided by 2. That's what I'm going to use for my armhole. Now I'm going to apply my chest under my armhole measurement. My chest circumference, that's 40 divided by 4 plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. That will give me 12 inches. And that's what I'm going to be marking there. 40 divided by 4, that's 10, plus 2 inches, that's 12. That's what I'm going to be marking. So I'm going to have 2 inches allowance on the side, plus the joining and all. So minimum of what I'm going to have inside for sewing allowance is like 1 inches. I hope you're following me, and I hope you strongly understand what I am doing. See that? As simple as ABC. Cutting is actually one of the most simple aspects, right? It is the sewing that the technique starts coming to place gradually. So the same thing here. If you want it to have a shape like a cuff shape, but this one, it's a ready-made, so it's going to be a straight vintage shirt, just straight on the side. So what we have, let's cut that part out. See that? Once that part is cut out, I'm going to cut out my shoulder slanted. Let me zoom in closer. You see what I'm doing? And I'm going to cut my armhole also, like so. So far, this is what our front panel is going to look like. See what we have? It's basically very simple. So now we're going to take this. I'm going to make a notch at this edge so I know where the stuff end. Also, that overlap, it's separate panel. It's left and right of the front panel. So I'm going to open it into two. See what I'm doing? I'm going to open it into two, just like this. See that? And the front panel is ready. So the next thing now is going to be the back panel. So now that we are cutting the back panel, you have to pay closer attention. I'm going to bring my front panel right here to my back panel. You can see that. Just flatten it. But here, there's going to be an overlap. Before that, we are currently running a class on ready-made outfits, which is streetwear ready-made outfits. In the class, we did shorts, we did so many things, and I'm going to be posting of the things that we did here. We did hoodie, we did joggers, we did jackets, we did round neck. I mean actual streetwear. And inside of the class, I show you where you can get the fabric. I share the contact of the fabric dealer, the graphics design. You can see we do graphics on this one as well. I take you guys through the process of doing this step by step. There's no point omitted. Do you understand? So if you're interested in joining the class, you should click the link below this video. We did everything that they call streetwear is what we touched down on. Even the vintage tutorial that I'm teaching in this video is part of the class, so you should definitely enroll if you want to go into streetwear making. You see what we have here? I take you guys through the process from A to Z, from starting of the cutting, how to source the fabric, buying the fabric. I share the contact of the fabric dealer also in the class, from the finishing, the removing of the graphics, how to come up with your graphics design. All of this I teach in the ready to wear streetwear class. The class is still ongoing. If you want to join the class, you can click the link below to join. This is the joggers. This is the final result that we had on the joggers. This is also in my store as well. I put all of this thing in my new store. If you're in the WhatsApp group, you should be able to have follow up and see what we are doing. There's a link to the WhatsApp group as well. I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put the link to the Telegram also, so you can follow up on Telegram. This is the hoodie that we did also. You see how beautiful this is looking? This is a ready-made streetwear outfit. And these things are way cheaper to sell. They are way cheaper to market than even kaftan, because this is a casual street wear. You understand? So I take you guys through the process of making this step by step. Don't forget, the link will be in the description below. So let's get back into our vintage cutting step by step back. So I just said I should tell you guys about this. So if you want to enroll, you can go ahead. And let's get into our tutorial. So here there's going to be an overlap, you can see. After placing it on the back panel, I'm going to lift it a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. You see that it's longer, a maximum of 1 inch. It's not going to be more than 1 inch overlapping than the back panel because of the button. Don't forget that. You see what I'm doing? Just like this. 1 inch button overlap, so that the button is going to overlap each other. That's why we are having that. You see? See what I'm doing? Just overlap it, just like so. So after overlapping it, I'm going to raise my back panel by 4 inches. I raise my back panel by 4 inches, and I'm going to connect it together. I'm going to connect it together. You can see. I'll connect it together. After connecting it, I'm going to take my measurements. As that's my shoulder measurement, I'll apply it at the top. Let me just cut that part straight. so that we can overlap it. You see what I'm doing? Cut it all the way to the M, just like that. I'm going to cut out the shoulder slant for the back panel also. You see? So after cutting that, I'm going to overlap it by 1 inch. After overlapping, I'm going to apply my shoulder measurements there. My shoulder divided by 2 plus sewing allowance, ½ inch. It's supposed to be 9.5 plus half, giving me 10 inches. And I'm going to simply cut it out, just like so. See what I have? I'm going to make a notch at that edge. And also my neck circumference. My neck here is supposed to be 17 inches. So I'm going to just, let me cut these parts also. Let me cut the down parts. So this is our main front bodice for the vintage. These are our front bodice for the vintage. See that? Next thing now is going to be the neck hole. We're done with this. I told you guys this is going to be the simplest vintage camp collar shirt tutorial on the internet. So I'm going to slant this. So the neck depth is going to be by 4 inches deep. 4 inches. I'll make a mark. And the wideness is going to be at 2.5. I will mark that also. I'll apply the 2.5 here as well. So from that, I'm going to make a curve on that edge. I cut that place out. You can see. I'm going to make a curve all the way back. To your initial neck. You see what I have there? And I'm just going to simply cut it out. Let me zoom in close. You see that? It's basically very, very simple. I'm going to cut the neck out. See what I'm doing? So that is the neck. That's the neck hole cut out. See how simple that is? I'll make a notch on the button overlap so I don't mistake that. I'll make a notch at 2 inches. That 2 inches, during the sewing aspect, you're going to know what that is. The 2 inches mainly is for the camp collar fold, so that the collar is going to fold inside. That's what the 2 inches is. I'm going to trim out the neck part here. See what that is. Take your time, make sure it's straight and it's balanced. Just like so. See that? See that? Mark the wrong and the right side of the fabric. So now the next thing is going to be the sleeve. So now the sleeve here is going to be a total of 11 inches. That's plus the sewing allowance. I'm going to mark that here. I'm going to take a straight line just like so. It's going to be a short sleeve. So 11 plus my sewing allowance, that will give me I'll stand by 5 inches, the depth of the sleeve by 5 inches. And I'm going to connect from that 5 inches to my edge right here. You can see. In order to get the fold, that's going to be your armhole circumference divided by 2. Your armhole circumference divided by 2. That's how I get the fold, minus 1 or 1.5 inches. So I'm going to divide this by 2 and also divide those places by 2. And after getting that, I'm going to simply in-depth 1 inch I'll depth that by 1 inch, and I'll take this inside by 1 inch as well. So you can draw your curve from here. You draw your curve all the way like so, back to the 1 inch here. That's for the curve of the sleeve. You see what we have? That's the curve of the sleeve. After that straight line that we mark, you're going to divide that straight line by 2. Then the 2 that you divide from each side, you divide it by 2 also. Then you can draw in your in depth and your out depth for the sleeve curve. That's what I did there. So the 2 inches for the fold, I'm going to simply connect it together. So the arm circumference also, I'm going to apply the arm circumference on that 2 inches right here. So whatever your arm circumference is, that's what I'm going to apply here. Here I'm going to be having a total of 16, which is going to be 8 inches. I'll connect that together. I'm going to connect that 8 inches to the armhole curve. So you can measure it just like this in order to confirm that this is exactly your armhole measurement, and I'll mark it there. So it's not possible that you get this right, and if you are to put it inside your armhole, you have to stitch it, you're going to have any lapses. Do you understand? After that, I'm going to simply cut it out. So our vintage sleeve is ready, and the next thing is to go to the sewing machine and start coupling step by step. If you like the video, do not forget to smash the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up. That's quite important. Very, very, very important. And that will be about it on this. Don't forget, if you'd like to join any of our class, a link will be in the description box below. And that will be about it for the cutting. So the next thing is going to be the sewing aspect. So stay put. This is just part 1. The sewing aspect is coming, and I will see you in the next video. Do have a lovely rest of the day. Peace and love.